Peace, infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, we are out here in nature, baby. Home sweet home. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. 10 secret traps highly positive people fall into and they don't even know it. It is such a gorgeous day. Can we just sit here, stand here forever? Are you a highly positive person? You are? Watch out. Oh my gosh, you've just fallen into the trap again. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Now, I got a story for you. Growing up, I was sometimes surrounded by a lot of negative people, I thought, because they just wanted to go to the club all the time, drink, and be on the floor. And I'm like, I gotta do a bit better than this, because I gotta start to improve my life. So I thought, okay, the opposite of being extremely negative was to be extremely positive. And I'm like, from now on, that's right, I'm only gonna be extremely positive. And then I did that for a few years and then fell on the floor like those people. It didn't work out. So what happened, Ralph? Well, let me explain. I realized it wasn't about being extremely negative, and it wasn't about being extremely positive either. It was about being extremely authentic, which in essence is extremely you. Slow motion this side. And that's what's helped me along my journey. So, we've got a lot to dive into. The first secret trap highly positive people fall into, and they don't even know it. This is the I must be positive at all times trap. So someone's just stepped on your foot. Ouch! You don't say that though. You're like, thanks! Ah! You can't even say it. It hurts so much. You're just like, cheers! Look, just scream, ouch! That would feel a lot better. Now, for a long time growing up, I thought it was just about being happy, having a lot of laughter. But you see, if you suppress certain emotions, even like anger and frustration, you now actually create negative energetic blocks which lead to bad health. You see, why is it that I'm always in optimum health? I'm always sharing, always diving deep, because I'm always expressing myself. Can I get a hello? And it feels fantastic. So it's not just about being positive when you want. It's about expressing every single emotion under the sun. Sadness, joy. Okay? This is all natural. You see, there is natural positivity. Some people are just naturally positive. Maybe that's you out there. That's beautiful. But you see, there are so many people on this planet who have what I call forced positivity. And that is usually starting off like, I must be positive at all times. That sounds great, but is it realistic? More so, is it natural to you? What's the second secret trap highly positive people fall into? This is the big trap of, if I have a bad thought, it means I'm a bad person. Have you ever tried to meditate and only think of good thoughts, and then you get all kinds of negative thoughts like pornos and murder scenes and just terrible stuff happening, and you're like, why am I thinking this right now? Okay, this is why, because you are in resistance to feeling. You see, there are no good thoughts or bad thoughts. There are only thoughts and perspectives and perceptions you have of your thoughts, the judgments you have of your thoughts. Shakespeare said, Nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Slow motion for Shakespeare. Now, I started to realize, okay, yeah, for a long time I was just like, I've just got to think positive. Then all of these negative thoughts were coming into my mind. So I said, screw that. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm a saint, like I'm holier than thou. And then I realized, actually, these so-called negative thoughts, they don't even bother me anymore because I'm not in resistance to them. Slow motion this side. So in the end, my life became a lot more enjoyable because I wasn't censoring any thoughts. I wasn't like, okay, I can't think this thought because it's a bad thought. I'm like, screw that, bring it on. And then what happened? I realized it's not even a big deal, okay? So you can think any thought you want. Your thoughts are not you, they're just like passing clouds, okay? They don't define who you are. Now, the third secret trap highly positive people fall into is this trap. If I have a bad day, it means I'm a bad person. Like, I have a lot of bad days, and people are like, Ralph, you've been sharing for so long, helping millions of people. Like, how can you do that? Like, what's the secret? And I always say, because I'm a master alchemist, baby. Like, sometimes, like, I skate a lot, so I realize if I fall down, I just get back up and then dust myself off and then get on with the show. Okay, but a lot of people who are highly positive say, I have to be positive, meaning I have to have all good days. You see, we think of highs, and highly positive people only think of highs. I realize that without the lows, there would be no highs. Therefore, it's all about the yin-yang energy, the hot cold, the balance, equilibrium. And that's why life feels good right now. Why? Because bad days will come, right? But I could change how I see them to say, okay, it's part of the ebb and flow of life. And that's why I'm more balanced right now, more so than ever, right? More than ever right now. And it feels fantastic. Now, what's the fourth secret trap highly positive people fall into? This is the I must have a clean sheet trap. Like, a lot of us want to go through life with not a scratch on us. Okay, we're like, I'm going to sail through life and not have one scratch on me. And then you go through life, and in like the third day, you've got scratches all over you. Yeah, life is a pretty rough place, right? The world we live in. And therefore, I realize that that's okay. It's okay to have cuts and bruises, even emotionally be scarred. That's fine. Okay, it's natural. But once again, your past never defines you. You see, highly positive people want to act like a clean sheet is the best thing to have. But once again, where is the style? Like, for me, I'm happy I've gone through certain so-called negative experiences, because if it wasn't for my negative experiences, I wouldn't be so awakened. Slow motion this side. And it does wonders. Okay. The fifth secret trap highly positive people fall into. 7-day vegan challenge. Now, I always talk about the 7-day vegan challenge. I've never been one to close my mouth about it. I've been a vegan for 12 years, more or less. Coming up to 12 years, okay? So people are like, Ralph, you connect with so many people, some of them aren't vegan. And I'm like, I know, but it's not gonna stop me promoting the life I'm living. Like, stuffing grapes into my mouth, that's helped me a lot along my journey, right? The anthocyanins, anti-cancer, like, health is wealth. I've realized this. But you see, a lot of highly positive people, what happens is that they only want to promote a positive message. you see? And when it comes to food, what happens? They're like, I've got to sugarcoat it. I've got to sugarcoat the truth of what's really happening to animals. Like, over 64 billion animals are being killed every single year. When I realized that, I'm like, what? Every single year? That's right. So why would I just tell you everything is peaches and cream, right? I'm a voice for the voiceless, meaning I'm a voice for all of those billions of animals who nobody cares about, right? And I'm showing people how it's all connected. The reason why the world is the way it is because so many people don't live with compassion towards animals. And I realized there was a time when I didn't, right? And then I realized, okay, my health wasn't good. And it started to improve when I started to realize the interconnectedness between everything. So highly positive people, the trap they fall into is trying to people please everybody, even when it comes to food. Like, if you are a vegan, be proud of it and stand up for what you believe in. Can I get a hello? Okay, number 6 is that highly positive people, sometimes they only want to be liked. Yes, that's it. They only want to be liked. I'm not in this to be liked. I am here to speak my truth. And when you speak your truth, the right people will find you. Look, I talk about the pineal gland. Like, I've made videos on all kinds of topics most people wouldn't dare to touch with a 10-foot pole. Yet, the secret is this channel is growing so quickly because there is no script here. Like, I could easily get even more subscribers, like just spend like 2 days making a viral video, but I'm not here to do that. I'm here to have fun, baby. And that's why I'm always having a great time. But ask yourself today, are you one of those people who is just trying to be liked in everything you do? You're always trying to get validated, and then you never feel good enough? Ever wondered why sometimes, like, I was renting a car once and it was a really fancy car and I felt really insecure. Okay? But my old banger, I felt really confident, right? Certain people, certain models sometimes feel really depressed. They write to me. Famous ones too, because they're always trying to be liked. Yet it backfires because there is a lot of insecurity there. So you've got to like yourself first. You've got to love yourself first. And then what other people think of you wouldn't be your concern to begin with. What you think of yourself would be. Slow motion this side. Okay, you got to speak your truth. You got to live your truth and realize this is not the time just to be liked. This is the time for 100% truth, baby. Now let's talk about the 7th secret trap highly positive people fall into and they don't even know it. This is the, you listen to them like your parents told you to go and get a job. You listen to them because you thought being highly positive, that was the right thing to do. Like, highly positive people do what other people say. When they want to say no, they don't say no. When they want to say yes, they don't say yes. They do what other people want them to do. Meaning, they do what their partner wants them to do, they do what their friends want them to do, and they definitely do what their parents want them to do. Do you know, when I finished university, I graduated in psychology and criminology. I had people telling me, family members, just go and work. And I was like moving out of that highly positive mindset to say, actually, I don't want to listen to these people anymore because I know where it's going to lead me. I'm not going to be with a cat down the road. I'm not going to be in nature. No fun. So I was like, I'm going to be a very bad boy. I'm going to be highly authentic, a very bad man, right? It's not bad. It's you. It's doing what you want. It's honoring your needs for a change, and that is the catalyst to helping you become your greatest version. Now, let's talk about the 8th secret trap highly positive people fall into. And that is that they ignore anything which doesn't make them feel good. Okay, sometimes when we talk of the truth, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Sit back down. Okay, right? For a long time, even I couldn't handle the truth, right? I couldn't handle the truth, and I was running away from anything that didn't make me feel good because I thought it was negative. And I thought, okay, being negative was a low vibration and being positive was a high vibration. And that is true to one extent. You see, the truth, when we talk of the truth is neither positive or negative. The truth is unbiased. It is the truth. Okay? And therefore, I realized for a long time, I just wanted to be surrounded by things that would make me feel good, even if it was a lie. Okay? So what helped me become my greatest version even more was to sometimes take a look at things which make you feel uncomfortable. Take a look at what's really going on in the world. Like, start to do your own research about how this world really operates. When I did, I was like, whoa, this is like some kind of spooky stuff. But then afterwards, it felt great because you see, in the darkness, we are illuminated. Only in the darkness can we see the stars. But sometimes the light can blind you. So don't always ignore what doesn't make you feel good. Pay attention to it because there is something for you to learn there. What's number 9? You ignore people when sometimes they are expressing how they really feel to you. You're like, well, just snap out of it, be positive. Like, because you just want to be highly positive all the time, you think everybody else should. And this was the trap I fell into for a long time because sometimes I would just tell people, hey, just focus on the positive. Then I realized what is even more powerful is for people to really, is for people to express themselves. Like, just express yourself, like, right? But it doesn't mean I'm going to listen to it all the time, right? If you're just like being negative all the time and it's not going anywhere, I'll bounce, right? But always sometimes hear people out, even if it's not highly positive, okay? Sometimes in relationships, this happens. People want to talk and you might be the one in the relationship who's like, I don't want to talk about it. But there might be something for you to listen to. Okay, so don't just avoid conversations because they don't make you feel good. Once again, it could be a learning lesson for you. A lesson for you. Now let's talk about the 10th secret trap highly positive people fall into. They are on the run from the truth. Now, I have a big audience on this YouTube channel. I connect with millions, and this is about diving deep. So how fortunate am I? Because this whole channel, like, people, they should know this is what we deal in. Like, I talk about past lives, auras, the third eye, right? Any topic you can think of, we're going to dive into it. How to stop absorbing other people's energy. I did that years ago, went viral, right? 24 minutes. We're talking about big topics for a long length of time. But how did this channel grow so big? Because once again, I'm not just about giving the people what they want. I'm about honoring my authenticity. And when you honor your authenticity, you will say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Have a beautiful day. We're just out here in the heart of nature on a gorgeous day. Woo! Getting high. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You!